There are many individuals that are highly intuitive and don't even realize it. This is a profound loss to these individuals. You see, realizing that you are highly intuitive has great benefits, so let's take a look at the signs that you may be highly intuitive but don't yet realize it. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt like you knew what they were all about, even though they hadn't said much? It's like you have this power that lets you see beyond what's on the surface. This isn't about mind reading in the way shown in books or movies. It's about intuition, a deep, often overlooked ability that some of us have honed more than others. This first sign of being highly intuitive revolves around an uncanny ability to read people. Imagine you're at a gathering and you notice someone from across the room. Without even speaking to them, you pick up on subtle cues. Maybe it's the way they hold themselves, the look in their eyes, or even just a vibe they give off. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you sense something about their character, their current mood, or perhaps their intentions. This isn't just guesswork, it's intuition at play. The concept isn't new. Ancient philosophies and beliefs have long acknowledged the power of intuition. For instance, in Taoism, an ancient Chinese philosophy, there's a belief in following the natural flow of life, or the Tao. Taoists believe that by tuning into our inner selves and the world around us, we can make decisions that are in harmony with the natural order of things. This harmony is essentially what you're tapping into when you read people intuitively. Moreover, famous philosophers like Socrates emphasized the importance of knowing oneself to understand the world better. He believed that this inner knowledge leads to wisdom, including the ability to intuitively understand others without needing extensive interaction. Intuitive reading of people isn't about judgment, it's about connection and understanding. It's similar to reading a book for the second time and noticing all the subtle hints and themes you missed on the first read. You're picking up on the non-verbal cues, the energy and the emotions that people often try to hide. But where does this ability come from? Some suggest that it's a form of silent communication, a language without words that we've learned to interpret over thousands of years of human evolution. Just as animals can sense fear or aggression in others without words, humans have this intuitive sense that helps us navigate our social world. Another perspective comes from the field of psychology, particularly the work of Carl Jung. He introduced the concept of the collective unconscious, a reservoir of experiences and knowledge that we all share. Jung believed that our intuitive sense could tap into this collective unconscious, allowing us to understand others at a deeper level. This ability to read people is more than just a handy social skill. It's a sign of deep intuitive strength, a connection to the subtler aspects of human interaction that many overlook. Whether it's through evolutionary biology, psychological theory, or ancient philosophy, the ability to read people is a fascinating and complex skill that points to a broader, more intuitive understanding of the world around us. Sign 2. Animals are drawn to you. Have you ever noticed how animals seem to naturally gravitate towards some people more than others? Perhaps you're one of those individuals who find themselves effortlessly attracting animals wherever you go. This uncanny ability is more than just coincidence or a knack for being in the right place at the right time. It's a manifestation of your intuitive nature, a silent, powerful connection you share with the animal kingdom. The bond between humans and animals transcends mere communication through sounds or gestures. It's a profound, energetic connection that speaks volumes about the intuitive capabilities of individuals. Animals, with their heightened senses, are incredibly attuned to the emotions and intentions of those around them. They can detect subtleties in behavior and energy that most humans might overlook. When animals are drawn to you, it's a sign they recognize a kindred spirit, someone who understands and respects these unspoken languages of care, empathy, and respect. This phenomenon isn't just anecdotal, it's rooted in historical and cultural contexts that appreciate the deep bond between humans and nature. For instance, St. Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of animals, was known for his ability to communicate with birds and other wildlife, a trait that underscored his deep connection with all forms of life. His life story suggests that an open heart and a harmonious existence with nature are key to this intuitive bond. Similarly, indigenous cultures around the world have long revered the connection between humans and animals, seeing it as a sacred relationship. They believe that animals can be messengers, teachers and guides, offering insights into our innermost questions and challenges. This belief highlights the importance of intuition in understanding and interacting with the natural world. But why are some people more receptive to this connection than others? It may boil down to their level of sensitivity and openness to the world around them. People who are highly intuitive tend to be more aware of their environment, including the emotions and well-being of other beings. They approach the world with a sense of curiosity and respect, qualities that animals instinctively recognize and are drawn to. The ability to connect with animals in such a way can be seen as a form of non-verbal empathy, a silent understanding that transcends species. This empathy allows intuitive individuals to sense the needs and feelings of animals, fostering a trust and bond that is pure and genuine. The science of energy fields and quantum physics offers another perspective, suggesting that everything in the universe is connected through energy. From this viewpoint, intuitive people, with their heightened sensitivity to energy, can more easily align with the energy of animals, creating a mutual attraction and understanding. This connection with animals is more than just a quirky trait. It's a sign of a deeply intuitive personality that resonates with the natural world. Sign 3. You can sense when danger is present. Have you ever walked into a situation and immediately felt like something was off, even though everything appeared normal on the surface? This gut feeling, this inexplicable sense that danger is near, is a powerful testament to your intuitive abilities. It's like an internal alarm system that goes off, warning you of potential threats before they become apparent. This ability is not just about being cautious, it's an advanced form of intuition that taps into the subconscious mind's ability to read subtle signs and patterns that the conscious mind might miss. Throughout history, this intuitive sense has been celebrated and revered in various cultures and philosophies. The ancient Spartans, renowned for their military prowess, trained their warriors not only in physical combat, but also in honing their instincts, believing that a keen sense of awareness was crucial on the battlefield. Similarly, in Eastern philosophies such as Buddhism, there is a deep emphasis on mindfulness and intuition. Meditation practices are designed to heighten one's awareness and sensitivity to their surroundings, cultivating an ability to sense not just danger, but the energy and intentions of others. This intuitive sense of danger is not about paranoia or fear. Instead, it's a sophisticated interplay between the mind and body, a seamless integration of cognitive processes and physiological responses. Scientific studies have shown that our bodies can react to stimuli before our conscious mind is aware of them. This phenomenon, known as gut feeling, is your body's way of telling you that it has detected something significant, even if you can't immediately see or understand what it is. Psychologists attribute this ability to the brain's processing of environmental cues, drawing on past experiences and learned patterns to make rapid assessments about current situations. This process is largely unconscious, which is why the sense of danger often feels more like a sudden insight or intuition rather than a reasoned analysis. The concept of the fight or flight response, a physiological reaction that occurs in response to a perceived harmful event, attack, or threat to survival, plays into this intuitive sense. It's your body preparing you to either confront the danger or escape from it. This response is triggered not only by obvious threats, but also by subtle cues that your subconscious mind picks up on, indicating that something is not right. The ability to sense danger is a protective mechanism, an evolutionary trait that has allowed humans to survive in a world full of hazards. It's a reminder of our connection to the primal instincts that guided our ancestors, instincts that are still relevant and vital in today's world. Whether navigating through unfamiliar environments or making split-second decisions in critical situations, this intuitive sense of danger is an invaluable tool. Recognizing and trusting this instinct can be life-saving. It's about tuning into your inner voice and acknowledging that sometimes you know things without knowing how you know them. As we explore the myriad ways intuition manifests in our lives, understanding its role in our survival and well-being highlights the depth and complexity of our inner world. This sense of danger, while perhaps the most dramatic, is just one of the many ways our intuition guides and protects us, connecting us to a deeper wisdom that transcends logic and reason. Sign 4. You are a good judge of character. Ever met someone and instantly knew what they were about even if they hadn't said much? This isn't about forming quick opinions based on superficial judgments. Instead, it's a deeper, intuitive understanding of people's true natures, often formed within moments of interaction. This instinctual ability to read others might remind you of a medieval philosopher named Al-Farabi, who was known for his deep insights into human nature. Al-Farabi lived in the 9th and 10th centuries and is often regarded as one of the greatest philosophers of the Islamic Golden Age. His work bridged various fields, but it's his exploration of the human psyche and society that could intrigue someone with a knack for understanding others. Al-Farabi believed in the importance of harmony within a society and how leaders should possess virtuous qualities to guide their people effectively. Just as you might sense the true nature of individuals you meet, Al-Farabi emphasized the ability to discern the moral and intellectual virtues in potential leaders. He argued that a society flourishes when guided by individuals who are not only wise and knowledgeable, but also genuinely committed to the welfare of their community. In your case, this intuitive understanding of people's characters aligns with Al-Farabi's idea that recognizing and fostering virtues in others is crucial for building a harmonious society. It's not about judging quickly or harshly, but about perceiving the underlying qualities that make individuals, and by extension, communities thrive. In literature, this concept is beautifully illustrated through characters who possess an almost supernatural insight into others, a trait that often leads to profound understanding or tragic misunderstandings. This literary trope echoes the real-life experiences of many who find themselves intuitively understanding someone's character, for better or worse. You see, psychologically, being a good judge of character is linked to the theory of thin slicing, a term coined by psychologist Nalini Ambady. It refers to our ability to gather a surprising amount of information from very limited observations of behavior. In mere moments, our brains analyze a person's tone of voice, facial expressions, body language, and even their choice of words to form an intuitive assessment of their character. This ability is not just about the negatives, such as spotting deceit or malintent. It's equally about recognizing kindness, sincerity, and authenticity. People who are good judges of character are often drawn to those who resonate with their values and energy, creating meaningful and lasting relationships. Interestingly, this intuitive skill also involves a certain level of empathy. By tuning into the emotions and vibes of others, we open a window into their character. This empathy allows us to feel, even if just slightly, what others are feeling, providing a deeper insight into their true selves. Sign 5. Sometimes odd thoughts come out of nowhere. Have you ever been struck by a thought or an idea that seemed to come out of nowhere? A sudden insight or solution to a problem that you weren't actively thinking about, or perhaps a creative idea that pops into your head unexpectedly. These moments can feel like a bolt from the blue, illuminating and often inexplicable. This phenomenon is another sign of a highly intuitive nature, where your subconscious mind is constantly at work, connecting dots and presenting you with these odd thoughts as moments of intuitive clarity. This aspect of intuition taps into what the previously mentioned Carl Jung referred to as the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of experiences, symbols, and archetypes that influence our thoughts and behaviors. These odd thoughts are not random. They are the product of your subconscious mind, sifting through this vast, interconnected web of information and presenting you with insights that your conscious mind had yet to realize. Many creative geniuses throughout history have attributed their breakthroughs and discoveries to such intuitive insights. For instance, the chemist Friedrich August Kekule claimed that the structure of the benzene molecule came to him in a dream as a snake seizing its own tail. This vision, seemingly odd and out of nowhere, led to a significant breakthrough in chemistry. Similarly, artists, writers and musicians often speak of inspiration striking in sudden, unexpected ways, suggesting that their most profound work comes from a place beyond their conscious control. This intuitive process is not confined to the realms of science and art. It plays a crucial role in everyday life, guiding decisions, problem-solving and creative thinking. It's the sudden aha moment when everything falls into place and the solution to a problem you've been mulling over for days suddenly becomes clear while you're taking a shower or going for a walk. But why do these thoughts often seem odd or unexpected? It's because they bypass our logical, linear way of thinking and emerge from our subconscious, a realm that operates on a different set of rules, driven by associations, emotions, and symbolic thinking. This is why the solutions or ideas that come from this intuitive process often surprise us with their creativity and ingenuity. Sign 6. You can sense the emotions of others. For example, when walking into a room, ask yourself this. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the atmosphere shift? Maybe you sensed tension between two people who hadn't said a word, or perhaps you felt a wave of joy emanating from a group of friends. This ability to pick up on the emotions of others without them expressing it directly is a clear sign of heightened intuition. Emotional sensitivity or empathy is a fundamental aspect of human interaction. It allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, sharing in their joys and sorrows, even without verbal communication. However, some individuals possess a heightened sensitivity to these emotional cues, allowing them to sense the emotional currents in any given situation with remarkable accuracy. Psychologically, this intuitive sense of others' emotions is often attributed to mirror neurons, specialized cells in the brain that activate both when we experience an emotion ourselves and when we observe someone else experiencing that emotion. This neural mirroring allows us to empathize with others, feeling what they feel on a subconscious level. But for intuitive individuals, this empathetic connection goes beyond mere mirroring. It's as if they have a sixth sense for emotions, picking up on subtle shifts in energy and mood that others might overlook. This heightened sensitivity can be both a blessing and a burden, as it allows them to forge deep connections with others, but also exposes them to the emotional ups and downs of those around them. But how do intuitive individuals develop this heightened sense of emotional awareness? It often stems from a combination of innate sensitivity and conscious cultivation. By practicing mindfulness, empathy, and active listening, they learn to attune their senses to the emotional frequencies of those around them. They become adept at reading facial expressions, body language, and subtle vocal cues, allowing them to decipher the underlying emotions behind the mask of words. However, this heightened emotional sensitivity can also be overwhelming at times, leading to emotional fatigue or burnout. Intuitive individuals must learn to establish healthy boundaries and self-care practices to protect their emotional well-being while still embracing their gift of empathy. Sign 7. You have prophetic dreams. Have you ever experienced a dream so vivid and powerful that it stayed with you long after you woke up? Perhaps you dreamt of a future event that later unfolded exactly as you had seen it. Or maybe you received a message or guidance from beyond the realm of waking consciousness. These prophetic dreams, or precognitive dreams, are a fascinating aspect of intuition that transcends the boundaries of time and space. The phenomenon of prophetic dreaming has been documented throughout history, across cultures and belief systems. In ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians and Greeks, dreams were seen as messages from the gods or spirits, offering guidance, warnings, or glimpses into the future. One of the most famous accounts of a prophetic dream comes from an ancient text that has left a lasting impact on history, the Bible. In the story, Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, experiences two troubling dreams that no one in his court could interpret. These weren't just any dreams. They were vivid and filled with symbolism that hinted at the future of Egypt itself. In the first dream, Pharaoh saw himself standing by the Nile River. Suddenly, 7 healthy, fat cows emerged from the water, grazing along its banks. Then 7 thin, sickly cows followed, and to Pharaoh's horror, the thin cows ate the healthy ones. Despite this, the thin cows remained just as sickly and lean as before. Perplexed, Pharaoh woke up, but soon fell asleep again. This time, he dreamt of 7 full and ripe ears of grain growing on a single stalk. Suddenly, 7 thin, scorched ears of grain sprouted, swallowing the healthy ones. Yet again, the thin ears remained thin, showing no sign of the feast they had just had. Disturbed by these dreams, Pharaoh summoned all the wise men and magicians of Egypt, but none could offer an explanation that satisfied him. It was then that Joseph, a young Hebrew imprisoned on false charges, was brought before Pharaoh. Joseph had a reputation for interpreting dreams accurately, thanks to his own gift of prophetic insight. Joseph explained that both dreams meant the same thing. Egypt would enjoy 7 years of great abundance, followed by 7 years of severe famine so harsh that it would erase all memory of the abundance. The thin cows and scorched grain represented the famine years, which would consume the wealth accumulated during the plentiful years. Joseph's interpretation alarmed Pharaoh, but it also provided a solution. Under Joseph's guidance, Egypt prepared for the coming famine by storing surplus grain during the years of abundance. Thanks to this foresight, Egypt not only survived the famine, but also became a haven for surrounding nations seeking relief from the hunger. This story highlights the profound impact that prophetic dreams can have, not just on individuals, but on entire nations. It also illustrates the importance of heeding these messages from the unconscious, as they can offer guidance, warnings, and even solutions to seemingly insurmountable problems. But what accounts for these seemingly mystical experiences? From a psychological perspective, dreams are often seen as the brain's way of processing and integrating information from our waking lives. However, some theorists suggest that precognitive dreams may tap into a deeper level of consciousness, a realm where past, present, and future are not bound by linear time. One theory posits that during sleep, the subconscious mind is more receptive to subtle signals and energies from the collective unconscious, allowing it to pick up on future events before they occur. This idea aligns with the concept of synchronicity, proposed by Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, which suggests that seemingly unrelated events are connected by underlying patterns of meaning. From a spiritual standpoint, prophetic dreams are often interpreted as messages from the divine or higher realms of consciousness. Many spiritual traditions believe that dreams provide a window into the soul's journey, offering insights, guidance, and warnings to those who are open to receiving them. In this view, prophetic dreams are a form of intuitive wisdom that transcends the limitations of the rational mind. But regardless of the interpretation, one thing is clear: prophetic dreams have the power to profoundly impact our lives. Whether they offer glimpses of the future, guidance on important decisions, or insights into our deepest fears and desires, these dreams can be transformative and enlightening. Sign 8. Feeling of being guided. Have you ever had the sensation that you're being gently nudged in a certain direction, as if some unseen force is guiding your steps? This feeling of being guided is a subtle yet profound aspect of intuition that transcends rational explanation. It's like having a silent companion walking beside you, whispering words of wisdom and encouragement in your ear. This intuitive guidance can manifest in various ways, from synchronicities and coincidences that seem too perfect to be mere chance, to sudden insights and gut feelings that lead you down unexpected paths. It's as if the universe is conspiring to help you fulfill your highest potential, nudging you towards growth, healing, and self-discovery. From a spiritual perspective, this feeling of being guided is often interpreted as divine intervention or the influence of higher consciousness. Many religious traditions teach that we are never truly alone, that there are unseen forces at work in the world, guiding and protecting us on our journey through life. But even for those who may not adhere to a specific religious or spiritual belief, the feeling of being guided is a common experience that transcends cultural and philosophical boundaries. It's a recognition that there is more to life than meets the eye, that there are forces at work beyond our comprehension, guiding us towards our highest good. This feeling of being guided can be seen as a manifestation of the subconscious mind's innate wisdom and intuition. Our subconscious is constantly processing information from our environment, drawing on past experiences and learned patterns to guide our behavior and decision-making. This intuitive guidance often surfaces as gut feelings, hunches, or sudden insights that lead us in the right direction. The feeling of being guided is often accompanied by a sense of trust and surrender, a willingness to let go of the need for control and allow life to unfold as it may. This is not about passivity or resignation. It's about recognizing that there is a greater intelligence at work in the universe, one that knows what is best for us even when we cannot see it ourselves. Sign 9. Strong gut feelings. You know that feeling you get deep in your stomach, a visceral sense of knowing that something is right or wrong, even if you can't explain why. This sensation, often referred to as a gut feeling, is a powerful form of intuition that operates on a primal level, bypassing the rational mind to convey messages from your inner wisdom. Unlike other forms of intuition that may involve subtle cues or complex reasoning, gut feelings are immediate and instinctual. They arise in moments of uncertainty or decision-making, offering a clear signal from your body that guides you towards the best course of action. This idea of trusting our inner wisdom isn't new. It has been around for centuries, pondered upon by many thinkers. One philosopher who explored similar themes was Socrates, an ancient thinker from Greece. Socrates believed in the importance of knowing oneself. He often said, "Know thyself," emphasizing that understanding who you are is the key to wisdom. From a physiological standpoint, gut feelings are believed to originate from the enteric nervous system, often referred to as the second brain. This complex network of neurons lines the gastrointestinal tract and communicates with the central nervous system, influencing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Gut feelings are thought to be the result of this gut-brain connection, with our bodies responding to external stimuli or internal cues in a way that bypasses conscious thought. But what sets gut feelings apart from other forms of intuition is their immediacy and clarity. They often manifest as a visceral sensation, a tightening in the stomach, a fluttering in the chest, or a sense of unease that signals us to pay attention to a particular situation or decision. While our rational minds may struggle to make sense of these sensations, our bodies intuitively recognize them as important signals from our inner guidance system. Culturally, gut feelings have long been recognized as a valuable form of intuition. Proverbs and sayings from around the world attest to the wisdom of trusting one's instincts, whether it's going with your gut or listening to your inner voice. These cultural beliefs underscore the universal recognition of gut feelings as a reliable source of guidance and wisdom. In a world where we are bombarded with information and faced with countless choices every day, gut feelings offer a compass to navigate the complexities of life. They provide us with a direct line to our inner truth, guiding us towards decisions that align with our values, goals, and deepest desires. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.